According to legend, the first sighting of the zombie pigmen came in one of two forms. The first tells of a rousing battle between elves and dwarves, during which a portal appeared out of nowhere, there on the battlefield with them, having been opened from within, and that the zombie pigmen came pouring out, with bloodlust in their veins. The second tale suggests it was actually the Elven King Jack Lake himself who either created or discovered the portal, and realizing its potential, sent in scouts to learn more, and eventually began to mine the Nether for its precious quartz. It was, of course, only then that the zombie pigmen, who had previously been unconcerned with the existence of the overworld, began to fight for the extinction of mankind. Those early warring years are all but lost like grains of sand in the desert, forgotten or removed from the annals of history. No library or treasure trove has the full tale. No one now alive remembers the horrors their ancestors lived through. All the overworld knows now is that a portal has been reopened and the war begun all over again. But one thing for which even the oldest legends say naught is what the inside of those portals is truly like. Who lives there? What story do they have to tell? Do they have homes that they build and protect? Fields that they plant and harvest? Do they laugh with their families in their innocent mirth? Do they cry when they are hurt? Or are they only the mindless drones that the overworlders perceive them to be, driven by that fabled bloodlust and the whisper of rumors about their blaze overlords? Do they rush out the gates of the underworld with vengeance on their breath? Or here too, are they merely the oppressed, forced into servitude, into a life they did not choose? Are the roots of the world tree burned so short that the forefathers' deaths would be in vain? For in this discordant blindness do those who seek, who keep, and who replant truly not recognize the fallacy of their mission? For what treant or wealth of the overworld could possibly protect from their greatest enemy of all, the unknown? For every coin has two sides, and every war two losers. If every battle is fought with ignorance, then every future is doomed to repeat it. And in the eye of the storm, there raises the quandary: what can be done to fix it? Does one press on in the footsteps of their ancestors? Or does one sit in quiet resolve under brilliantly shooting stars and ponder the mysteries within that darkened arch? Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my next episode on Vasten Dimensions. I'm Mar, and I am standing inside of our crafting hall. I hope you enjoyed that introduction we just went through. It's just a little bit of lore that I wrote for a couple different reasons, which I'll get into here in a moment. I don't know how much work we'll be doing today. Still just getting the hang of where things are in this server. I went over to one of the kingdoms called White Sands, found a whole bunch of fish, brought it back to spawn because I'm horribly lazy about running back and forth. I put out a ping to everybody on the server and was like, hey, we got boatloads of fish, come to spawn, help yourself. So that's there. I also got some shulkers. Chef helped me out, got me some shulkers. I've kind of got some placeholders here. I just feel like I feel incomplete without one of every color. I'm weird, I guess, like that. So I've got some shulkers. I still need to get a couple more, so I'm going to have to go end raiding here really soon, I hope, because I need my shulkers. One of every color. Even if they're empty, I still need them there. Let's see. What am I looking for? Open this because... Oh yeah, I wanted fish. It looks like almost all the fish is gone. Where's my fish? I guess I'll just use an empty one. Wait, no, there's gotta be. Oh, here it is. See, I know I had one. I'm not gonna take all the fish. Well, I already have that mostly full. I guess let's top off. We've got a bunch of salmon. I don't like mixing. I'm just gonna take all cod. I'll just take all cod. Here we go. And that way I have plenty for me, plenty to give to friends as I work, because I'm going to be in the Nether a lot. I'm not going to have, you know, I'm not going to have this at easy access, so if somebody runs out of food out there, being able to have food on hand would be good. I think I'm going to consolidate these, though. Get rid of that sign. Put these in here. And you know what? We can even take all of these out and do this. Okay, so cooked cod, cooked salmon. Alright, and oh, come on, I don't like those being down there. There we go. I like organization. Maybe a bit too much. But if that's my fatal flaw, I guess it's an easy enough one to go with. Okay, so I've got that topped off. Put that in there. Grab my ender chest back. So, the introduction. There is a place, and I can't remember what the name is off the top of my head, but it's where the Arbor Druids live or lived. In the lore, they had this giant tree, like, you know, like these are normal sized trees. It was a really big tree, and it got burned down by the zombie pigmen during one of the wars, and they managed to save part of it and all that jazz. And now there are apparently still Arbor Druids in the world, so my idea is that one of the Arbor Druids has kind of become kind of outcast from the rest of the Arbor Druids because of his views on the pigmen and the war with the pigmen. And then he's thinking, well, what if they're kind of like us? You know, what if they have lives of their own? What if they are being forced to fight? Or maybe this is just all one big horrible misunderstanding. I'm not saying he's right, but this is his ideology, I guess. And so it kind of ties in with the whole theme that our orange team is going with, which is building a kingdom for the pigmen. And it's going to have houses, and it's going to have fields, and it's going to have, you know, all these things that you would think of as being normal, but the zombie pigman version of it. So that's where that comes from. And then to give the wizard, or the druid, I keep thinking wizard because I'm planning on building a wizard's tower, basically. It's going to be a druid's tower, but essentially it's going to be a druid in a tower that looks like it's for a wizard, if that makes sense. And it's going to be on the other side of spawn here. This is the spawn in location where we had where we started the video last video, I mean. And it's on the other side of there. There's going to be a spot that I want to build the tower, and it essentially is going to be over top of a mob farm that I would like to build, and it's going to contain, like inside the tower, there's going to be an iron farm. There's already an iron farm over here. It's not functional currently. Fix disabled it because it's inside the spawn chunks, and he really doesn't want it to be inside the spawn chunks. So he disabled it, I don't know, ages ago. Is that a trick horse? I'm going to approach this with very great caution. It doesn't seem to be exploding at me. Okay. This one must be a trap horse that, oops, ouch. That has already been trapped. Okay. Or trap's already sprung. Okay, I was worried there for a minute. What was I saying? So we disabled the farm. There are still some villagers here. I don't want to get too close though. Because they, you know, villagers so noisy. So we got the villager breeder there's a villager breeder down there as well. And we got not enough villagers that for what I'd like to do. I'd like to actually, because this one's pretty low to the ground, but we could stack another one on top of it and be within the tower itself. So wizard's tower going up from this level going up, and it's going to contain 2 iron farms, one on top of the other, and then below that will be a generic Wells Knight design mob farm. At least that's the plan. So that's kind of how it fits in the lore. It gives us a place, a good reason to build something right here and cover up, you know, farmy bits. And as well as meeting the lore for the Nether, which makes sense because it's close by, and I believe in that direction. Actually, I think there's a sign over here that has the name of the city. Tanis? No, that doesn't seem right. I don't remember. But somewhere out there, there's the place that has the arbor tree, the great tree. So the intro, is, within the lore anyway, something that this outcast druid wrote. It's like if you come across, like documentary, you know, when you watch a documentary from, let's say, years ago, you know, a lot of those documentaries often have bits and pieces that are black and white, because the original, you know, pictures or video files are super old, and a lot of the times they'd be reading out of like a diary entry or a journal entry or something like that, or a letter that someone wrote to someone else, something like that. So that's my idea. My idea is that that intro that I recorded and played back for you guys would have been something that the outcast arbor druid wrote himself, his own words, his own opinion or feelings about the zombie pigmen. So that's what I have planned for over there. And Chef said he'd join me on working with it. We're actually planning on meeting up right after this episode is done, after I finish recording this. It's kind of late in the evening, so I don't have enough time to actually get any of that on screen. And if you're coming to this series from my other series, Wells Knight's Patreon server, I literally just finished building an iron farm and a villager breeder, and a mob farm wasn't too long before that either. So if you want to learn how to build them, you can hop over there, get a general idea. I don't go into tutorials too much, but I mean, you've seen someone build one, you've seen them build them all, so I don't think we need to get into a whole lot of detail. Now I do want to come this way because I do want to show off the Nether, because we've done some work, and I'm just going to make sure. Am I set to bright? Yes. I'm going to be spending so much time in the Nether, I'm just going to leave brightness turned on. So if you're coming from my Wells Knight Patreon server series, there's a good chance that I'll have bright left on there too, because I'm going to forget to turn it off. So let's go through. Maybe. There we go. Alright. So, this is our main portal in. Chef has done the vast majority of the work. Like, the vast majority. Maybe all? I'm not sure how many people have been building here. But I know Chef did a whole bunch. I started working on this wall here that kind of goes around. And then he came along and basically gave it a facelift. A serious facelift. It looks great. He's also got a sense of humor. And I think it's great, because over here, well, hello, zombie pigmen. We have a little storage area, of course. Nothing too fancy, so we'll just close them in. But if we come over here a little bit, and this is the tunnel that leads towards our main area, right up here on the right, employee break room. Because when you get tired of looking at all this red, you can pop through here and have a bit of normality. Isn't that great? Here at Orange Team Co., we believe that all workers deserve to be safe, both physically and mentally. So please, take a break. P.S. There are snacks in the pantry. And here's the pantry. Please share. So you can open it up. You got cookies, more cookies. I think we had bread in there a little bit ago. I'm not sure. I think this is supposed to represent like a fridge. You got your sink, of course. Chef's music collection. Please return after use. Let's see, what were we playing? Huh. Wait, okay. I of course like this one, but it's so creepy. I don't think we have my favorite one. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, though I think I would recognize it if I saw it. But yeah, so come in here. I told him, you know, after out there, isn't the red carpet a bit of an odd choice? He's like, yeah, I didn't think about that. So let's keep going down this way. It gets wider. Not really any taller necessarily, but it does get considerably wider the further we go down. My idea would be that there would be a lot of pigmen coming through here to assault the overworld. So bottlenecking the pigmen maybe towards the end is okay, but probably most of it would be pretty wide to allow as many as possible through. And we're about to, as soon as I mean, I can already see the corner of it, but we're about to see what I've been working on in the Nether project. I am really concerned about that ghast. Do you maybe not want to attack? That'd be great, thanks. So I've been working on the main gate, and there it is. And I also peeled back this. My idea is putting some really trashy looking housing in here, and over there, and up there. As far as that is concerned, I'm kind of drawing my inspiration from Orgrimmar from World of Warcraft. This gate is basically my own design. I don't think I had anything in particular in mind when I was building it. Oh, there's Jeff right now. So we've got lava, and we have some bars with magma behind it, and there's a torch on the other side of magma because I'm pretty sure magma blocks have to be lit up in order to produce any lighting. We've got some, what is this, nether wart blocks. Those things are expensive, hence the nether wart farm up there. I figured, you know, if I'm going to be in this area building this, okay, would you stop already? Ghast, please? If I'm going to be over here building this so much, I might as well have some nether wart growing, so I put down a pretty good sized farm here. And it grows pretty fast too. Like, most of this is ready to be harvested already. Holy cow! Wow. Okay, last time I was here we had, like, that tower. Now we have that tower, that tower. Are those towers, or are these, like, wings of the... He said he was going to revamp the Nether fortress. I would say he has achieved that. Wow. I really want to... I see some scaffolding here. I really want to get like an up in the air view. That roof looks great. I really like this. Well done. Let's see if we can't get a lift off. Oh yeah. Okay, where is it now? Okay, gas, leave me alone. Let's just land up here. Ouch. Uh-oh. I see. I do not want him to shoot at me. This looks incredible. I really like this. I love the, how well that netherrack works as a highlight. Okay, it sounds like it's right on top of me, and that's kind of making me concerned, because... Ouch. There it is. There it is. I must be lagging because it's not moving very much. Oh, yeah. I think it's right over soul sand. Guest here? Guest here? Anybody got a guest here? I don't think it dropped a guest here. Or, a piece of gunpowder or anything. Well, rip. Okay. Anyway, oh, here it is. Here's gunpowder. I guess no guest here, though. Anyway, I think that looks incredible. Well done. Very well done. I would say that this is probably more along the lines of either militaristic or just better off pigmen, I guess. My idea is even in medieval, like, Earth, outside the main gates of a city or citadel would be the cheaper housing, because if war comes, if everything comes to war, I mean, it sounds terrible. They want, you know, you're gonna want, not you're gonna want, but they would want the richest people inside, the warriors inside, all those peasants, they can stay outside. But, so the cheaper housing is on the outside of the main gate, the better housing's on the inside, and the better positions would have the more prestigious, pigmen. It sounds weird to say that any pigmen's prestigious, but That's the idea anyway. So that's what we've been working on. We're going to continue, probably Chef is going to do a vast majority of that revamping of the Nether Fortress here. I'm going to keep on working on this area here with the gateway and the slum housing outside and a little bit inside. We've got Dee Dee and Willow on the team, Quinn on the team, you know, couple, I know Juicy has been around. I'm it's hard to keep track of everybody. I'm still learning everybody's names and trying to remember them all, and half the time I forget. I feel like I'm forgetting people. But yeah, we're all gonna be working on this area together, on and off anyway, because some of us have multiple projects we'll be working on. If we come up here, we can also go inside. I did want to show this off. Now this is not at all safe. This is definitely not safe. But I feel like it kind of gave it a cool effect. And the philosophy is, this isn't supposed to be for humans anyway. You know, this is the Nether after all. This is a Nether construction. This is for pigmen, and pigmen are immune to lava. You can push a pigman in lava. It's like, oh, okay. So your point was. So I was like, exposed lava? Sure, I'll go with that. And then you got this overlook. I'm on the bridge. This is inside the bridge, so we can look down there. I don't think we are in render distance to be able to see Chef, but we can just vaguely. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't make this horribly hard to see. But we can just barely make out the fortress here. We've got the Nether Wart farm. This whole area is essentially ours for the Nether Kingdom. So let's come up here. I want to take a quick fly over to the other end. So we've got all of this from both sides, basically, and it continues over here past this soul sand, and you've got this area over here, and I believe got this huge lake. I think that might have, I think this part here, this arch, might have marked the end of it. Let's get a little height going here. Because, whoa, that's maybe too much height. I'm pretty sure that was the end of it. Let's land here. Floating gravel. Alright, we're not going to update these blocks by placing something down, because then I'll be in a lava bath. But yeah, I don't think this lava lake was part of it. Pretty sure we were just going to stick back before we reached the lava lake. Which I think is, what was it, over there? I haven't been over here too much. But essentially, oh, hello, Enderman. Pretty much up to here. So yeah, up there where that like natural bridge is, all over the heads of those guys, all the way around this whole chamber, and then up from the suspended from the ceiling will be the blaze. Ouch! Thank you, Elytra, for not activating. Suspended from the ceilings will be the Blaze Overlord's homes. Sort of. See, in my mind, it almost feels elven, you know? Like Lothlorien, but without the trees. Elytra, you are going to be the death of me. So it's kind of like Lothlorien, but without the trees. Where's my fish? I think I put all my fish in the chest back there and I forgot about it. Let's get some fish. See, this is why I carry fish with me. Or food. Lots of food. Okay. So that's basically the tour of what we've been working on. I'm definitely lagging a bit. I'm hoping it doesn't interfere too much with the recording. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to show in this episode. Because this is basically just a get you caught up to speed episode. I did get fully kitted out with my armor and my tools. And yeah, I think that's most of it. I'm going to need to go end raiding, that's for sure. but I don't have enough time to do that tonight. And in our next episode, I'm hoping to have finished the end rating by then. I don't particularly find end rating to be all that interesting. You spend half the time flying around in the end, you can't see anything, and nothing's spawning, and none of that stuff. So, I'm just gonna do that off screen, I think. Let's see. That nether portal, so loud. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do the end rating off screen. I need to go repair my pickaxe, as you can see. I want to work on the villager farm. Really, honestly, I want more gunpowder. The existing farm we have doesn't seem to be working very well for us. I'm not sure why. And everybody is gonna need gunpowder for rockets for elytras. So that's my... I'm really concerned about that. I have some here. I have a little in my ender chest, and that's all that I have. Every little bit of gunpowder is going to be important until we get a farm up and running for it. So yeah, I think I'm going to work on getting some of that stuff out of the way. I don't really want to show it on screen, like I said. The things I want to show on screen are the things that have to do with the Nether, because that is the team I am on. That is the main purpose for us. I might show a little bit, like I'll show updates on like the Druid's Tower and all of that stuff. I'd like to continue doing the cinematic intros. So that'll be a thing too. But really, I want the focus to be on the Nether, things happening in the Nether, what we do in the Nether, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping to get these non-Nether things out of the way off screen, and then we can turn our focus 100% or 95% or whatever on the Nether itself. So for now, this might be have been a little bit of a shorter episode. I haven't checked the length of my recording yet, but I hope you're still enjoying it nevertheless, and that you keep on coming back for more. I'm super psyched to be a part of this community and this team. I honestly never thought I'd be the type to be like, oh, let's go build in the Nether. It'll be fun. It'll be great time. And then I'm like, you know what? Those zombie pigmen, I bet they could use a story. I bet they could use a story. And I've got one I'm mulling around. And then Willow was like, yeah, and I actually had this idea about the blazes too. And then I mean, that's how this team started. Willow and I got together and we were like, our ideas are kind of similar. They're about different entities in the Nether, but they're still both in the Nether. So what do you say we team up? We build a collaborative team. A couple other people joined in, and that's basically what brought us here. So I hope you enjoy it as it unfolds. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, keep coming back and we'll see what happens. But until then, everybody, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!